Hello, and welcome to Black History Alive. My name is Donna Jackson of Donna Jackson LLC and DonnaJackson.biz. Today, I would like to bring you a slice of Black history important to me. So let's get started. Today, I will be discussing the art of the dance. I will be talking to you today about some of my favorite dance routines from some of my very favorite videos and movies. And I will also talk a little bit about the important work of the choreographers who have put these wonderful routines together. Before we begin our exploration, let's talk a little bit about dance and Black culture. As we know, dance has always been a form of communication. Dance demonstrates a mastery of physical movement, and dance is an influential cultural medium that has helped to spread Black culture throughout the world. Today, we will begin with Revelations by Alvin Ailey. Alvin Ailey was a choreographer who was born in 1931 in Rogers, Texas. His work was greatly influenced by the famous Katherine Dunham. In 1960, Alvin Ailey produced a musical called Revelations. Here is the way Alvin Ailey described the work of a choreographer. A choreographer starts with an empty space, a body or two, and we say, carve this space. About the ballet Revelations. It was produced in 1960. This moving American ballet is set to Negro spirituals and punctuated with flair and movement by the famous groundbreaking dance company, the Alvin Ailey Dance Theater, which Alvin Ailey founded in 1958. Revelations is a spiritual, cultural, and dance triumph for the ages. You can watch Revelations on YouTube. Next, I'd like to talk a little bit about another one of my favorite routines, which was from the movie Fame, called Red Light. This routine was choreographed by Louis Falco, who was born in 1942 in New York, New York. This choreographer dancer attended the High School of the Performing Arts. Louis Falco describes his creative process by saying, "I think my work is gutsy. It comes from growing up on the Lower East Side." He says, "I don't have taboos, some of the taboos of other people. I don't censor. I have a certain freedom that others don't." And this routine exemplified just that. This image is from the movie Fame, which came out in 1980. The song that these characters are dancing to is called Red Light, which was recorded by Linda Clifford. The principal dancer here is Jean Anthony Ray. In this dance routine, this hot number is featured in the film, and it's choreographed by Louis Falco, as I've mentioned before. This particular scene is a wayward teen with exceptional dance moves who teams up with a young lady hoping to get into the School of the Performing Arts. Well, he got in and she got mad, but funky gyrations stole the show. Be sure to catch the movie Fame on YouTube. Let's move forward. This routine is from Shake a Tail Feather, a song by Ike and Tina Turner from the movie What's Love Got to Do with It. This routine was choreographed by Michael Peters. Michael Peters, of course, was a dancer choreographer born in 1948 in Brooklyn, New York. Michael Peters also choreographed many other very famous routines, including the routine from the musical Dreamgirls. Michael Peters is quoted as saying that he thinks about his dancers in this way. I think I work them very hard. I expect a lot from them because I hire the best that there are. I think that Michael Peters is an exceptional choreographer, as evidenced from this routine. This image is from the movie What's Love Got to Do with It, from the routine Shake a Tail Feather, which was choreographed once again by Michael Peters. This movie is a biopic about Tina Turner's life, starring Angela Bassett and Lawrence Fishburne. This hot number depicts Tina Turner and the Ikettes dazzling their way across the stage. You can watch What's Love Got to Do with It on YouTube Premium, Hulu, or Google Play. Another one of my very favorite routines, of course, was the Lindy Hop from the movie Malcolm X. This famous routine was choreographed by Frankie Manning, who was born in Harlem, New York in 1914, and Otis Sallid, who was born in Harlem in 1949. Regarding Mr. Manning in the PBS special Never Stop Swinging says that all dance comes from music. When you're Lindy hopping, you swinging, honey. I mean, you're swinging, baby. And he also has a cameo in the routine in the movie, and he's wearing a blue suit, so check that out. From an interview on One, Mr. Otis Sallid said that of his work, I've decided to define myself as a creative. I don't want to be put in any kind of box as an actor, choreographer, or writer. These two talented men gave us this wonderful dance number from the movie Malcolm X called the Lindy Hop. In the movie Malcolm X, these dancers showcase the athletic dynamics of swing dancing. The Lindy Hop itself was based on the transatlantic flight of Charles Lindbergh. In this number, Denzel Washington and Teresa Randall tear up the dance floor along with these other fabulous dancers to a rousing tune. You can find Malcolm X the movie on YouTube, Google Play, and Amazon Prime. Once again, I am featuring the famous choreographer, dancer, producer, writer, director, Otis Sallid. Otis Sallid choreographed this wonderful dance routine in the movie School Days, Good and Bad Hair. Otis Sallid, according to many of his interviews, is very much an advocate on behalf of dancers and all people who work in the creative arts. Here is a scene from the movie School Days called Good and Bad Hair. This high-energy dance routine was choreographed by Otis Sallid and was featured in the movie School Days by Spike Lee. Here we see these two opposing dance teams hash out the issues of interracial conflict featured on Hair Texture. I hope you enjoy it. You can catch the movie School Days on YouTube, Google Play, or Amazon Prime. Now I'd like to talk about that wonderful dance routine, the wedding dance, from the movie Coming to America, which came out in 1988. Did you know that that was choreographed by none other than Paula Abdul? Paula Abdul was born in 1962 in San Fernando, California. In an interview she did with that great Juice.net, Paula Abdul says, "To this day, a lot of people don't know that I choreographed Coming to America." To John Landis about her work, she says, "I'll come up with something. You can take a look at it and tell me if you want to hire me." She was only 18 years old. Now she had a lot of guts. The wedding dance from Coming to America is a classic. In this 1988 movie, it depicts a handsome African prince who stands with his entire wedding party and guests as dancers prepare the way for his beautiful bride. This high-powered number is sure to wow you. You can find Coming to America on YouTube, Google Play, and Amazon Prime, along with Hulu. Now this next dance routine almost needs no introduction. It is for the song Rhythm Nation by Janet Jackson, which came out in 1989. It was choreographed by Anthony Bam Bam Thomas and Tina Landon. Tina Landon was born in Lancaster, California in 1963. Anthony Bam Bam Thomas is a popular pop locker. In the video Step by Step Dance, he remarks about pop locking. When you look at Rhythm Nation, you see the sharp and clean structures of the locking and popping lines. So he introduced pop locking to the Rhythm Nation choreography. You will also be happy to know that Tina Landon is a very strong advocate on behalf of dancers' pay rights and the rights of working creatives. It's been said that Janet Jackson and her dancers reportedly rehearsed for 23 hours straight to perfect this dance number. After watching this, we thought we all were a part of a Rhythm Nation. You can watch the video for Rhythm Nation on YouTube. Another extra special dance routine was from the song Brand New Day from the movie The Wiz, which came out in 1978. This routine was choreographed by Louis Johnson, who was born in Statesville, North Carolina in 1930. This routine during the movie The Wiz was wonderful. The movie The Wiz is an adaptation of the original The Wizard of Oz, which came out in 1939. Of course, that movie starred Judy Garland. The Wiz starred Diana Ross along with Michael Jackson, Nipsey Russell, and Ted Ross. It was absolutely groundbreaking, and I did see it in the theater as a child. The movie was directed by Sidney Lumet, and the original score was written by none other than Quincy Jones. The song Brand New Day, Everybody Rejoice, was written by none other than Luther Vandross. These dancers were absolutely fabulous. You can see The Wiz on YouTube. Now this list would be incomplete without including the song and the video Thriller. The video for Thriller, of course, the song by Michael Jackson, was extraordinarily groundbreaking. Michael Peters, of course, was the choreographer for the video Thriller, and when he talked about casting the dancers for Thriller, he He said that this is not a glamorous gig, he told them. It's 12 hours of looking really weird looking, and they said that they would love it. Michael Peters was very instrumental in doing two things with those dancers. From the making of the video Thriller, I learned that the Thriller's dancers and actors had to get the technical dance perfected, and then they had to emote using their movements and facial expressions. The video for the song Thriller has been one of the most watched videos in history. In it, a young couple walks home from a late night movie and happen upon a group of creepy ghouls who sashay and swing in unison in the midnight hour. I hope that you enjoy watching Thriller on YouTube. Let's conclude our list of notable dancing by talking about Jumpin' Jive from Stormy Weather in 1943. The movie Stormy Weather starred Lena Horne. This particular routine was accompanied by Cab Calloway. The famous Nicholas brothers, Fayard Nicholas, who was born in 1914, and his brother Harold Nicholas were always an awesome duo. In an interview, Fayard talked about how he usually was directing his younger brother Harold from the sidelines. And Harold talked about how musicals were so important, and he hoped that they would make a resurgence in the 80s. From the movie Stormy Weather, this routine is called Jumpin' Jive. Harold and Fayard Nicholas delivered what has been dubbed the greatest dance sequence of all time in a gravity-defying, awe-inspiring series of slides, kicks, and death-defying splits. You can catch and watch Stormy Weather on YouTube. This is Donna Jackson of DonnaJackson.biz and Donna Jackson LLC. My mission is to help you explore, understand, and celebrate Black culture every day. I hope you've enjoyed this video. This concludes this episode of Black History Alive. Thank you for watching. For more information, go to DonnaJackson.biz or you can email me at contact@DonnaJackson.biz. Bye-bye.